We are now in day one of a government shutdown. Once the clock struck midnight early this morning, federal agencies stopped receiving money. Some critical services like those related to public safety, though, will continue. The last shutdown happened under President Trump's first administration in 2018 and lasted 35 days. The shutdown comes because Congress was unable to agree on a funding plan. Healthcare is one of the main sticking points. Well, questions are now swirling about how this political gridlock could ripple through the economy and, more importantly, how it might affect your wallet. Joining us now is our financial contributor, Spencer Nelson, here to break it all down for us. And Nelson, how does this government shutdown affect the economy and who is going to feel it first?
Great question. Starting out, the overall general economy, it all depends on the duration of the shutdown. If it's 1, 2, 3 days, even up to a week, it'll have a very minimal effect on the overall economy. But it will have specific effect towards government employees or government contractors and their pay throughout the duration of the shutdown.
Yeah, and that's going to trickle down to regular folks, shoppers, workers, as well as investors. Can you talk a little bit about that, the trickle-down effect?
Yeah, so investors, the uncertainty of it is going to affect investors, and there will be a little bit of volatility in public markets because of that. But when it comes to just shoppers and workers, for the general public, if you are an essential or a non-essential or a government contractor, obviously your pay is going to stop, and the non-essential will stop working. So it directly affects their pocketbook, which trickles down to grocery stores, gas stations, and those people won't be spending money during that time. Like I said, if it's just for a few days, like a lot of the shutdowns in the past have occurred, it's not going to be very impactful, but 35 days was the last one, and that's when it really starts to affect the overall economy.
Yeah, so along with the duration of this, what should people pay attention to while the shutdown goes on?
Well, there's always going to be noise in this, and both sides are going to blame each other. But yeah, duration really matters. And then also in terms of the services that you need, if people are needing passport services or certain things like that, it's probably going to be smart to get ahead of that, because less people will be providing customer service from a government standpoint. And so things will take longer to get processed. So that's what I would pay attention and try to plan out a little further. Financially, I wouldn't let it affect anything right now, but pay attention to how long this thing lasts.
Yeah, Spencer, anything else that we should be looking out for, anything that we can do to kind of soften the blow as this wears on?
You know what? That's a great question. You always have to have a plan ahead of time, and government workers, at this point it's too late, but ahead of time, the best thing that you can do is always start working towards having 3 months of living expenses saved in a savings account or a high yield savings account. And that goes for everyone. If you can kind of map out what it costs for you to live in a month and then be able to save up to that 3 months, then things like this won't shake you or cause really a change or a disruption in your lifestyle. So that 3-month cushion is really, really important for everyone to get to.
Yeah, great reminders to build that emergency savings plan. Spencer, thank you so much for your input. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.